Hello, everyone. Good day from wherever you're watching. You're all welcome to the Renewed Parenting Platform. My name is Choma Odikolo, and I refer to myself as a renewed parent, a masterpiece, and a work in progress. So, you're all welcome to class today. Okay, today we'll continue with our series, which we've been discussing about for a few weeks now, talking about developmental milestones in toddlers. So we're going to be discussing about cognitive development today. Yes, we're going to talk about cognitive development. And in my previous video, I said I decided to pick up this topic because I realized that most parents were just getting frustrated with, behaviors that were just okay, developmentally okay for their toddlers to exhibit. So I decided to pick up this topic so we could talk about it, we could learn one or two things that will help us in parenting our toddlers. So today we're going to be talking about cognitive development in our toddlers. So first of all, what is the meaning of cognitive development? So cognitive development means how our children think, in this case, how our toddlers think, how our toddlers explore, and how our toddlers figure out things, the way they develop in their knowledge, the skills they build, the way they solve problems, the dispositions which help our toddlers to think about and understand the world around them. So cognitive development just has to do with the way our toddlers think about the world around them, the way they explore, the way they think, the way they figure out things, the way they solve problems. It just has to do with cognitive development. And this cognitive development is very important for our toddlers, because these are, in addition to the other development which you've discussed in the previous videos. This development is very key because it helps them on later on in life. It even helps them in the next phase of their life. So we're going to be discussing, so what are the examples of cognitive development, because we need to know what are the things we need to start to do. How are we going to be able to say, okay, this thing my child is doing, I think I need to help my child in this way to develop cognitive development? What are the things we need to do as parents? How can we come in and help our toddlers to build these cognitive development they need, to thrive in life? So we're going to be looking at some examples of cognitive development, or some examples of some activities, yes, that help to build cognitive development in our toddlers. So I have a list here. So the first one is solving puzzles. Yes, it's very important for us as parents to understand the need, or the importance rather, of puzzles. Some people might just say, oh, what is in puzzle? But it's very important for us to know that when our children solve puzzle, it helps them to build cognitive development. Puzzles help children to strategize, because in solving a puzzle, most times you're faced with a problem. It's like problem solving. It's like you're trying to fix up something. You're trying to solve problem. Puzzles also enhances spatial awareness of our toddlers, and it helps our toddlers to build their problem solving skills. So as a parent, one of the ways we can help our children build this cognitive skill or cognitive development is to get puzzles for them, because the more they solve this puzzle, the more they are able to solve problems, the more they build spatial awareness. It just helps their thinking. Even you as a parent, or even us as a parent, one of the ways we can also build our cognitive development is to solve the puzzles as well. We can solve it with our children and not just throwing the puzzles to them alone. So helping or getting puzzles for your toddlers, can help in building cognitive development. Don't say your toddler is too small, your toddler is too little, your toddler doesn't even understand this. The truth is that these children, they actually understand. Just get age appropriate puzzles for your toddlers, and by doing that, you're helping your toddler to build cognitive development. Then the second activity that helps toddlers build cognitive development is storytelling. Telling stories to your toddlers. Yes, just telling them stories, discussing with them, like you're having a conversation with them. Most parents will tell you, oh, what will I be discussing with my toddler? My toddler doesn't hear, my toddler doesn't understand, but that is not true. The truth is that our toddlers hear, they understand perfectly well what we are saying. It's possible that they might not be able to respond in a way that might make us feel they understand, or they might not be able to communicate their response in a way that makes us feel they understand, but they understand what we are saying. And as a parent, just don't stop talking. Keep talking. As I said in the previous speed video, keep talking to your toddlers. Keep talking because it helps them to build the skills they need in life. When you tell stories to your toddlers, it helps to build their vocabulary. It helps to build their words. It helps to build the use of their words. It helps them to think. It helps them to, it just improves them. It just improves their cognitive development. So as a parent, tell stories to your toddlers. If it means you getting age appropriate books that you need to read to your toddler, do it, because by doing that, you're building something in your toddler. Don't just get the book and just push it to your toddler and say, okay, no, you can take the book, do whatever you want to do. As a parent, we have to participate, we have to be involved. And one of the ways we can be involved in helping our toddlers build this cognitive development is by telling stories to our toddlers. Just keep talking to them, because the more you tell them stories, the more you even build the ability to think, the more you build, you just build their vocabulary, everything about them, their cognitive development is just building and is increasing. So please tell stories to your toddlers. Then the third activity we can do is counting. That can help us to build cognitive development in our toddlers is counting games. Yes. As a parent, you can count with your toddlers. And the truth is that you can count anywhere. You don't have to go and buy a counting set. If you can afford it, fine. And if you can get it for your toddlers, fine. But even if you don't have it, you can count in your kitchen. You're cooking in the kitchen, you are counting. You're counting objects in your house. You're walking on the road, you are counting the cars you're seeing with your toddler. You're counting the bicycles. You're counting things you can see on the road. You're counting, you're just counting items with your toddlers. You're counting. You're going down the staircase. Probably you're walking down the staircase and you're counting with your toddler. These little things we do, it helps in build the cognitive development of our toddlers. So are you a toddler parent and you feel, okay, my child is too little for all this, I don't have to do all this? No, you have to intentionally do all this, because the more we do this, the more we carry on these activities, the more we help our toddlers build cognitive development. So if you go outside, if you're in the open, look for what to count. If you want to, you can count stones, you can count objects, you can count animals walking on the road. You can count the trees. You can count things. There are so many things we can count. You can count bulbs. You can count so many things. So wherever you go to, just count with your toddler, because the more you count with your toddler, the more you help your toddler build this cognitive development. Even in your house, look around you. What do you have to count? You have toys. You can say, okay, you can count the toys with your toddler. You have objects, you have things you can count. You can sort it and count. By doing that, you're helping your toddler build cognitive development. So please get count. Just start counting with your toddler. Start counting with your toddler. Then another activity we can do that can help, to build cognitive development in our toddlers is by doing or creating memory cards. There are some little cards you can create. You can even do it yourself. Some of them are sold out there. You can get it, yeah, and you can also do it yourself. Little cards that reminds your toddlers of a particular thing. Maybe a little card that has the drawing of an apple, a card that has a drawing of a ball, a card that has a drawing of a car, a card that has a drawing of something that your toddler likes. Probably you notice that your toddler likes cars. You can just draw a card on cards, probably red card, blue card, different kind of cards. It helps to build cognitive development. It even helps your toddler to even remember, not to forget. So card games, anything you can just craft in a card. By the fact that your toddler is looking at it, it's helping the toddler build cognitive development. Then, the next activity that can help our toddlers build cognitive development is building blocks. Yes, as parents, we should go all out to get building blocks for our children and our toddlers, especially because when they build these blocks, it helps them to solve problems. It helps to build their cognitive development. Sometimes, as a parent, you're so wowed at what a toddler can build with just building blocks. They can build different things. Just give them the building blocks. Allow them to be creative. Don't tell them what to build. Sometimes you'll be so wowed at what the outcome of what your toddler will build with a set of building blocks. So building blocks helps to build cognitive development in our toddlers. So please, let's get them building blocks because it will help them a whole lot. Then the other activity we can do with our toddler that can improve their cognitive development is interactive reading. Yes, when you're reading, be interactive. Don't read inside. Some parents will tell you, oh, my toddler doesn't understand. So you're reading inside. Your toddler is there, but you're not reading for your toddler to hear. You're not reading out or loud enough for your toddler to hear. One of the ways we can build cognitive development in our toddlers is by reading interactively. Read as if you're reading to an adult. Speak out, be loud so that your toddler can hear. If possible, ask your toddlers questions, use gestures, just make it interactive, make it fun, make it such a way that the toddler has to participate. The toddler will know that, okay, I am also reading this book, I am involved in this book. If you're reading a book that has to do with activities, probably they say touch your head. You touch your head, you can tell your toddler, okay, can we touch our heads? Can we touch our hands? Can we can we jump? Can we stomp? Can we dance? Can we smile? Just make it interactive, make it fun. Because the truth is that the more we do this, the more we're helping our toddlers build cognitive development. And these activities, to be honest, can be done anywhere. You can be in your kitchen and your toddler brings a book for you and tells you to read. Instead of you just say, hey, go away, I'm busy, you can just pick up one page and say, okay, let's touch our head. Can we jump? Can we stomp? You're reading something, you're interactive. You're reading something and you're reading like, okay, you're giving out a presentation. Your toddler can hear. It's helping your toddler, it's helping our toddlers build cognitive development. So please, let's make reading interactive for our toddlers. Let's make reading fun. I also even tell parents when you're reading, probably you're reading your Bible or you're reading, you're reading your Bible, speak out. Your toddler is there and you're speaking to yourself. You don't want the toddler to hear. It's a Bible. Provided the contents, whatever you're reading, provided the content is safe for your child, is age appropriate for your child to take in, you read out and you make it interactive. Then the next activity we can do to help build cognitive development in our toddlers is to explore nature. Please allow your toddlers to go out and explore nature. Allow them to go out and look at the sun. Allow them to go out and look at the trees. Allow them to go out and touch sand. Allow them to explore nature. Let them pack sand. Let them play with sand. Allow them to go out and feel the grass. Allow them to go out and see insects flying. They can see insects crawling. Allow them to explore nature. Don't be the type of parent that will shield your children in your house. You will shield them. You don't want them to see the world, as the world is out there. Like my coach will always say, your bedroom is too small to raise any child. There's so much out there for our children to explore. So let's allow our children to explore nature. Your toddler wants to touch water and you're preventing the toddler from doing that. Allow your toddler to wash his hand in water. Allow your toddler to play with water. Allow them to play with sand. Allow them to play. Just allow them to explore nature. Allow them to go out and see, okay, it's sunny. Oh, it's about to rain. It's windy. Allow them to see the trees. Allow them to see how the wind blows. Allow them to see that the leaves are moving on the trees. Allow them to go out and see people, to go out and see how the environment is. By doing that, you're helping your toddler build cognitive development. So please don't shield your toddler. Don't shield your toddler indoor. Don't just keep the toddler indoor without engaging the toddler with any activity. Please allow your toddler to go out and explore nature. You can go out with your toddler. You can take a walk with your toddler. You can just go out and see things out there with your toddler. And when you're doing that, you're having conversations with your toddler. You're helping your toddler build cognitive development. Then the next activity that can help our toddlers build cognitive development is music. Music activities. Sing with your toddler. Oh my God. Sing, sing, and sing. You're singing your worship song, you're singing your praises at home. Sing with your toddler. Encourage your toddler to even sing. If you have a system where you can put an audio, of music playing in the house, it helps our toddlers to build cognitive development. The truth is that the way our toddlers grab these things, sometimes you're even marveled. You're surprised, like, oh my God, is it not this song that I played? I just started playing this song last week and my toddler can sing it. Play audio rhymes for your toddler, not the screen. Just play audio rhymes for your toddler to sing. Sing alongside with your toddler, because the more you sing, the more you build cognitive development in your toddler or your toddlers. Then the next activity that can help our toddlers, build cognitive development is to help our toddlers recognize pattern recognition. There are so many things around us that we can recognize pattern from. You could go out there and you could see, probably you could draw a particular, maybe you got a particular drawing from a book of an insect that has similar pattern. You could draw it to the attention of your toddler, or you go out, you're exploring nature and you can see an insect, or you can see a ladybird, for example. A ladybird, you can see the pattern, you can see the way, you can see the way it looks. Draw it to the attention of your toddler. Or you can see a bee, you can see the pattern. Just allow your toddlers to recognize pattern. Even in some of our clothes, the clothes we wear, our dresses, some of our dresses have pattern. Allow your toddler to recognize that pattern. In fact, draw it to the attention of your toddler. Anywhere you get to see any pattern, maybe something similar, you've seen this kind of animal, two kind of animal, or these animals look exactly the same. Probably you can see a zebra. The zebra has like almost the same pattern, the same color, almost the same thing. You can draw it to the attention of your toddler. Allow your toddlers to recognize pattern. You have toys around the house and you can see that these toys have almost similar pattern. These patterns are just related. Draw it to the attention of your toddler, because the more our toddlers can recognize these patterns, the more they are able to build their cognitive development. Then the next activity we can do to help our toddlers build cognitive development is to do hide and seek. Yes, do hide and seek. You don't even have to go out to do hide and seek. You can do it in your house. You can do it behind your curtain. You can do it in your sitting room. You can do it in your room. You can do it anywhere that is safe for you in your home. Do hide and seek. It's funny, but it's true. The more we do hide and seek, it does something for our toddlers. And in the long run, it helps them to build this cognitive development. Then the next activity we can practice with our toddlers that can help them build cognitive development is to carry out physical activities or challenges. For example, jumping. Yes, allow our toddlers to jump in a safe way and in a safe place, please. Don't be that kind of parent that your toddler wants to jump and you say, no, don't jump, you fall. No, we should allow them to carry out physical activities, provided it's safe. provided we're watching them under supervision, of course. You know, allow them to carry out these physical activities. It will help them a whole lot. It will help them to build cognitive development. Your toddler wants to jump from point A to point B. Allow your toddler to jump. Allow your toddler to run. Allow your toddler to sit. Allow your toddler to dance. Allow your toddler to carry out physical activities, because the more they do it, the more they build cognitive development. So we've looked at a whole lot, then the last one, or the last activity we can carry out with our toddlers, I have here with me, is to ask our toddlers open-ended questions. Don't ask closed-ended questions. Don't ask a question that your toddler will tell you yes or no. For example, some of us will say, how was school today? Your toddler or your child will say, fine. Ask open-ended questions that will make your toddler to express himself or herself, that will make the toddler to explain something. For example, let me give an instance. Your toddler has just made a craft or a drawing or a paint, and the toddler brings it to you. You're looking at it and you can ask open-ended questions like, okay, what is the reason why you drew this paint or this drawing or this craft this way? What is the reason? Can you tell me about it? You colored this animal with this color. What's the reason? Can you tell me about it? Why did you pick to draw this particular animal or to do this craft? Just things within the house, simple things within the house. You can use it to encourage or to ask your toddlers open-ended questions. Your toddler has picked up a dress, or your toddler has worn this particular dress, or your toddler is insisting to wear a particular dress or a particular shoe. You can ask open-ended questions. Can you tell me more? Oh, why are you so interested about these clothes? Why are you so interested about these shoes? Can you tell me more? By doing that, we're helping our toddlers build cognitive development. Yes, so I'm going to look at, or we're going to discuss some of the ways as parents we can come in and help our toddlers build the skills. What are the things we can start to do from today? How can we come in as parents to help our toddlers build cognitive development? Number one, sing with your child. Yes, please sing with your child. You're in the kitchen, you're anywhere, just sing with your child. As I said earlier, you don't have to wait for a special time or a special occasion to sing. Or probably you say, oh, I'll sing in the night during when I want to pray. No, you can sing anywhere. You can sing at any time. You can sing while you're cooking in the kitchen with your toddler. You can sing in the sitting room. So just sing, keep singing, and don't stop singing, because we're helping our toddlers build the skills they need to thrive in life. The next activity we can do with our toddler, as I said, I already said, encourage them, ask open-ended questions, encourage them to talk. Anything that will make your toddler to express himself or herself, do it. Just keep asking open-ended questions. It will help them a whole lot. Then the other activity we can do as parents that can help our toddlers build these skills is to visit, museum centers, wildlife park, to visit all those places that will make them to see nature, to see beautiful things that they will need to want. They'll come and ask you questions, or they'll be like, wow, it will get them to start to think. It will get them to start to see things around them. So please, if you have the means, if you have maybe a wildlife park or a farm around you, where the child can see and explore nature, just take the child out, let the child see. Those are some of the things we can do as parents to help our toddlers. Then some other activities we can do is to read daily to your child. Please read to your child. Keep reading and reading to your child. Don't say, my child is small, my child will not understand. I'll rather read to my elder child and leave the toddler. When my child is 5 years, I can start to read. No. Reading, in fact, as a matter of fact, you start to read to your child even when your child is in the womb. That is why when some children come out, they can identify the voices of their parents or a particular parent, because probably that parent had been talking to the child even while the child was in the womb, probably singing to the child, probably reading to the child. So please keep reading to your child. No child is too small to be read to. Reading starts even from the first day you have your child. Please read to your child. Then the other way as parents we can help our toddlers build the skills is to let our children or our toddlers solve problems independently. We should not always be quick in a haste to help our toddlers, to shield them from solving problems. We should not be quick to take off something from them and do it. You can see your toddler, for example, you can see your toddler is struggling with a particular toy. Your toddler wants to fix this toy, but your toddler is struggling. As a parent, give the toddler some time. Just allow the toddler, just look. Just see, okay, let me even see what is my child will even do. Let me even see the level of reasoning of my child. Let me even see if my child can even try and fix this toy or solve this problem or something. Don't be quick to help. And probably when you see that, okay, this child is really struggling, you can now come in to guide, to teach, and to help the child. Or your child wants to climb a particular chair, and obviously it's safe, it's okay, the child can climb, but the child is trying to climb. Don't be quick to just go and carry the child and shield the child and help the child. No, allow the child to try. Or your toddler is trying to climb the steps or the staircase. Allow the toddler to try. When you can see that the toddler is struggling, you can now come, probably hold you to the hand of your toddler, or you teach your toddler and guide your toddler. Allow them to solve problems independently. It helps them to build cognitive development. Then the last thing we can do as parents to help our children is to encourage them or do board games. Get board games, get games that are interactive. Get games that will make your child or your toddler to express himself or herself. Just get board games. I remember when we were growing up, there's this game called Snake and Ladder game. You can get Ludo. There are so many games out there you can get. You can get card, you can get what, anything that will allow your toddler to express himself, to even cry, to even just act. Get those games because it will help them to build their cognitive development. So as parents, we must understand that our duty, we must understand that our role is very, very important or key in helping our toddlers build the skills or build or achieve this milestone, achieve this milestone they need to thrive in life. And we must come in to create the right environment. We must come in with all the skills, with all we know, our knowledge, to help our toddlers build this cognitive development, because as we said earlier, it helps them to problem solve, it helps them to explore. It's just the foundation, is the basis of most things they will do in life. So we should create the right environment for our toddlers to build these skills. Then we must always remember that these activities for cognitive development, they are vital in helping our toddlers build critical thinking. These activities we've talked about, we've discussed about, it helps our toddlers build critical thinking. It helps them to be creative. It helps them to problem solve. It helps them to solve problems. It's very important. It helps them in their intellectual growth. It's all round. It helps them to achieve a lot in life. So we must create the right environment. We must create the right system. We must provide the resources our toddlers need, to be able to practice these activities that in the long run will help them build cognitive development. So as a parent, what would you be doing differently today? Which of these activities are you going to pick and start to implement so you can teach or help your toddler build cognitive development? It's very important for us to get to work. It's very important for us to help our toddlers, achieve this milestone or achieve this development, because they need it later on in life. They need it in the next phase of their lives. So thank you very much for listening to me. I believe you've got value for your time. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate your time. Please like our video. Please share our video with toddler parents. Share it with someone you know that might need this video, that might need to hear and listen to what we are all learning, or learn what we are also learning. And please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel called the Renewed Parenting Platform. Thank you very much. Please feel free to drop your own suggestions in the comment section. Feel free to drop your questions and we'll try as much as we can to respond to it. Thank you very much for listening to me today. I really do appreciate your time. Do have a great day and see you in our next class. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.